Where will you go? What is said? Which verse we read? 5.4, asya. So it will be 5.5 then, eh? Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, all those that are invisible are filled by Brahman. All those that are visible are also fully permeated by Brahman. The whole universe has come out of the whole Brahman. Brahman is still full, although the whole universe has come out of it. Om, peace, peace, peace. So we are in the Śvetāśvatara Upanishad, reading the 5th chapter, and the verses are very profound, and is talking about that the matter, the material world and the spiritual world, there are no two, that is one, absolute one. To impress that idea, different verses have been expressed in the language, in the experience of the seer of truth, Śvetāśvatara Rishi. So, the chapter 5, we started with the first verse, is talking about dve akṣare brahma pare tu anante, in that infinite, which is two things, he who is immutable, the absolute Satchidananda, is higher than Brahma, higher, and in whom the two knowledge is there, knowledge capital and ignorance, knowledge of the self, and ignorance is this in which we live in it. So the knowledge of this world, that is also the knowledge, but that knowledge is ignorance knowledge. Viśve jnana and tattva jnana. So two knowledge, paravidya, aparavidya had been mentioned in our Upanishad also. So said that he who is immutable, that immutable, infinite, is higher than Brahma, the creator God. And the knowledge and ignorance, it is there in whom lie hidden, in that Brahman, the immutable, the infinite, which is one without a second, in that it is hidden, the two. One is the knowledge and another vidya, avidya, knowledge and ignorance. And who controls knowledge and ignorance? He is the controller of the knowledge and ignorance, and also different from them. He is neither knowledge, neither ignorance. So beyond that, ignorance is the thing which is mutable, changeable, and knowledge is that verily what leads us to immutable or unchanging reality. That was the first verse. And second says, that reality, yo yonim adhitishtati eka, being one, ekaha, only one, ya adhitishtati, who is just staying in the heart of all, ekaha, being one, absolute, alone, he, anything created in the universe, he is permeated into everywhere. So yonim udhitishtati, being ekaha, viśvani rupani yanischa sarva, viśve, this whole universe, this world of our appearance, all aspects, it controls every form and every cause of production. He is the cause of all production, because alone Brahman is there. From there comes this whole universe. He is the cause of that. And also he controls everything. He resides in everything. That means what is meaning? Meaning of oneness. What we are seeing, this is only names and forms, which is permeated by that consciousness. What I am not seeing, that is also permeated by consciousness. And that absolute oneness is the reality. Whether it is produced, controlled. If you say it is produced, who have produced? It's he has produced, you get to say. It's a language we are using. He does not produce anything, but it has produced. We see this world created. So it is production. And when it is gone, pralaya, nothing happens, nothing there. It is who? It is the same reality. It is the ekaha. That's why again and again the Upanishad said, tishtati odhitishtati ekaha, that one absolute, alone, the various aspects of the nature, he presides over that, and all the vishvani, rupani, all the forms of the universe, and its yoni means source of this production. He is that. He is the only reality. Brahman is the only reality, the absolute, unchanging. And from that, he is the master of creation, you can say. Otherwise, who else will be the master of creation? But how can he create? He cannot create anything. Because being one, why he will create? No, even if it is seen, we see creation, that is also his control. Controlled by the same reality. That means, whatever you think and imagine and feel, there is nothing but absolute consciousness. And then he says, he witnesses the birth of the firstborn. That means, he is before that Brahma, the creator God. He is the reality. He even is born. Born means he does not born, but it's a language that it is a seer of the gold color, a firstborn seer of the gold color, and nourisher with the wisdom. Firstborn seer means refers Hiranyagarbha, cosmic soul, which produces this universe, and the knowledge of the Vedas. No? So, the truth is Brahman, expressed by Brahman through Maya. He controls everything, he permeates everything, he resides in the heart of all. So that is what is indicating that one simple idea, there's only oneness, one, absolute. And the third verse we also read, Eko ekam jalang. Eko ekam, he is the one. This reality, making each individual diverse in this field of the net of creation. He withdraws it. He creates it, withdraws it. So it comes from him, it is withdrawn into him. So the whole creation, as in our day-to-day experience, we see that creation comes when? When you woke up, the whole creation comes in our mind. When you go to sleep, the whole creation, it is as if involution. Evolution and involution is happening. As in our everyday experience of life, when this world is so real, we are seeing everything with our knowledge, with our intellectual understanding, emotional understanding. But when you go to sleep, everything converges and goes into withdrawn mode. And then again you wake up, it comes out. So the whole creation is like that. In Brahman cannot do anything. Then they bring Brahma or Hiranyagarbha. It wakes up and it sleeps, as it were. When it is called withdrawn, the whole creation goes, but it is embedded into the Hiranyagarbha, means in that Brahman itself, unmanifest. And when it manifests, again this universe comes. So this deity, making each individual service net diverse on this field, individual net, diverse on this field, withdraws it. And the Lord, the great self, after creating again the rulers as before, presides over them. That means again and again the same repetition. Jatha purvam masrijat, as is created in the previous past, the same way recreation, creation and preservation and disappearance, coming out and withdrawing, going on eternally. That's why, as Swamiji also said, is this creation is one-time creation? Vedanta does not accept one-time creation. It is a continuously creation and destruction and absorption is going on. Withdrawal into it, production is coming out. So this is called evolution and involution going on and on. Even in Gita and other areas we find that he said, Jataha Purvam, as I have told you before, in other creation, other incarnation. That means they are talking about repetition of the same thing happens, but it is only one. Only one. That's why so many philosophy came. That one, so many, so hard to put it into words. Why it is so many? One becomes how it becomes. Then here comes all the philosophies, no? It is a vivartavada. It is not created, appears like snake. It is parinamavada, someone will say, no, it has become, it is so solid. It has become, God has become this. So, this theory, and also so ajatavada, no, it is all fiction of the mind. Creation is not at all there. You are talking, only that you are seeing wrong. So, ajatavada. And all Dvaita philosophy on non-dual, qualified non-dualism, so many ideologies are there to explain this appearance. But ultimately truth is that is only one reality behind all this diversity. And that one reality is the cause of this production. Not only cause, after this creation, he has entered into everything. Meaning, he pervades everything. That reality permeates and pervades everything in the cosmos. Now, another verse is there, Sarvadisha. And even he shines. Sarvadisha urdhamadasya tirjak prakashayat bhrajate. It is he shines, illumining all the directions, above, below, and all other directions, as the sun does, no? Evaṃ sadeva bhagavan varenno. In this way, that God, the effulgent and adorable one, rules alone over all these that stand as the source. So that is the a beautiful idea for meditation. Sarva dishaha, all these directions, east, west, north, south, all northeast, southwest, etc., etc. All this entire creation, it is all above, below, and others. He is shining. It is his shining, luminous form. So he is this alone shining forth. And bhrajate, like that example, like the sun, it illumines every direction. In sun, there is no particular place that is dark. There is no sun, there is no place in the darkness in the sun. So, and it illumines all directions, east, west, north, south. Similarly, the self, Atman, that conscious entity, what is called Brahman, it permeates everything and it shines forth. So whatever shining nature, it is he shining, everything shines, no? Sarvadisha urdham adhascha tirjak prakasang bhrajate jadvat anvan. That is the like a sun. As the sun's example we can easily understand. Say Atma Surja, that's why the sun of the self, capital self, he shines all the time and it permeates all corners and it is shining nature. Evaṃ sadeva, in the similar manner, Deva, that God, that Lord, who is the effulgent, Varenya, Yoni Svabhavan, is the source and cause of all this creation. And Odhi Tishtati, he is ruling over all and stands there. He rules everything. We think we are working. It is not. It is the consciousness. Someone is putting this question. Why not the consciousness matter is giving light to the consciousness. I said that's the opposite way. Consciousness is permeating into this every creation. Actually, whether creation is there or not, consciousness permeates. But consciousness, this creation cannot stay without consciousness, but consciousness can stay without creation, without manifestation, that reality, without name and form, it can stay in its own glory and self. Now, the fifth verse, what I will be reading today, it says, Yacca savāvam pacati viśve pacati viśve paśyaśca sarvān purināmayedyaha sarvam etad viśvam odhitisthati eko gunangscha sarvan viniyojayetyaha yacca savāvam pacati viśve paśyangscha sarvān purināmayedyaha sarvametad viśvam odhitisthati eko gunangscha sarvān viniyojayetyaha. What is the running meaning? Running meaning is here. He says that he who is the one source of the world brings out everything out of his own nature. Nature is capital. And leads creatures to perfection according to their desires. And endows each being with its distinguishable characteristics. Thus he presides over the whole universe. He is giving a little finer description that Yacca savāvam pacati viśve yacha, that person, that reality, yacha, that one, viśve, it is the source of this entire creation, entire world which we see, the universe we see, is the source of that viśve. Savāvam, and their nature, the creation and its nature. The whole external world has nature, and nature has so many characteristics. Entire characteristics of all the natures, it is coming that the source of this world is that reality, and that paśyaty, it develops also. It develops into this entire nature, and all paśyan, and that after fit for being brought into perfection. How to bring them back, creation like that, and again withdrawing back to the source. Paśyan means here they have translated that are there, that for being brought to perfection, to help them to bring to perfection, purināmayedya, it transforms. So, ya sarvan gunan, all the various qualities, viniyojayat, he distributes. That is the one reality, sarvam ekam, etad viśvam odhitishtati, and he presides over everything. The same idea is repeated this way. He who is the one source of the world. Yascha savāvam pacati viśve, with the one source, viśve, he who is the one source of the world, brings out everything out of his own nature. So creation means you need some other item to, two things are necessary, material cause and efficient cause. So efficient cause and material cause. For any creation you need two things. There should be some matter, the table made of wood, nails, your glue, etc., etc. But that will not do. One conscious entity, a person, his skill, his efficiency has been utilized. So one is the material cause, another is the efficient cause. But how this world has come, this beautiful world of creation, who has created this? There is no third party, no efficient cause and no material cause. Material cause, he is the material cause, he is the efficient cause. Both. By very unusual example. We don't find anything that without matter, without any material, someone has created something. Or there is no creator and the thing has been created. In our daily experience, we don't find such thing. But a Brahman alone is that, which is unaffected by all this, and he is the creator, he is the creation. He is and he has become. The Ramakrishna said, I have come, I have become. The very, Baba, one word, much finer than Brahma Sutra, or the sutras, smallest sutra, aphorism. Sutra means aphorism. Ami hoyechi, ami esechi, ami esechi, ami hoyechi. He says exactly the same. I, that absolute Satchidananda consciousness, hoyechi, everything, this nature, creation, nothing, I don't need anybody to create this universe. It is me, I have become like this. I have come as a physical form, as avatar. That's a different aspect. Shortened into it, I have become. That means I, the Satchidananda, Ramakrishna Satchidananda. Ramakrishna name you are talking about, but it is the Satchidananda Brahman. And Satchidananda, everything what you see, it is all me only. There is no other material cause, no matter is necessary, no efficient cause, so any sensate being other than me is necessary to create this. It is I. That means everything is me. Everything is. That's why we, in different philosophies, we talk about that. It is all mother, mother, mother. They say it is all Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. The Upanishad is repeating this word again and again. Atma udastat, Atma upurishtat, Atma uttarato, Atma dakshinato, Atma, all direction. It is Atma, 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 Atma. But we see so many names and forms in creation. Who created this? It is the I, that same I, who is Satchidananda. So here is the same idea, that he is the source of the world and brings out everything out of his own nature. His own nature. His nature does not mean matter here. That's his own volition, just by wish. Jasya nishashitam etat jadrig veda sama veda atharvana. No? Just like a breath. And this creation is done. So it is spontaneous. That is the power of creation, and he is the creator. And he itself leads the creatures to perfection. What is the play going on? It is for fun. But what for fun? Just to be a part of creation, and then going to suffering, experiencing pleasure, pain, and then going out of the track to go back home. So he is planning that way. It's his plan, the whole creation. People may say, why this suffering? Why this world is created at all? That here is the response, that it is created, they leads creatures to perfection according to their desires, various qualities, sarvan gunan. And he distributes the results of karma. So, vinijojayat distributes that entire, according to their own intention, desire, he guides them to move on. And going through the experience of life, getting knocks and blows, sometimes joys and fun, and then ultimately gets out of it. So it is he doing. So, this verse, what it says, there is no existence of any other thing excepting Brahman. But Brahman, the absolute, how it does, that question is not discussed here. But giving an idea, see Brahman everywhere. See that reality is a guiding force, is a controlling force, is a cause of creation, cause of destruction, cause of absorption. It is that reality only, alone and alone. Thus, it presides over the whole universe. Note, there is a note, the mantra conveys the idea that the whole evolution of the universe is to be traced ultimately to the divinity. This evolution, we are in the historic evolution is one thing. And really there is evolution. The Stone Age, there were civilization today, and Stone Age civilization, it has proceeded. Our mind has developed, our scientific technology has evolved. So this is the evolution. But what he says, that the whole evolution of the universe is traced back, ultimately to the divinity, the real self, the real nature of us. But in details of the cosmic process, like the birth and growth of individual, as well as in the periodic recurrences of creation and dissolution, he is guided by the law of karma. He has created the law that everyone will do the karma and enjoy good and bad, experience happiness and pleasure and pain, and then ultimately this play of drama goes on, and one day they will throw away everything and go back home. So the expression, according to their desires, points out the right place of karma in the development of individual. So we say God's grace, no? In life's moments, it's very rare moment comes in our life when we got the grace of our spiritual life, no? By our gurus, our inspiration. It's God. It is, don't praise anyone, it is all God. Cosmic reality, who controls, whose wish is manifestation, and who withdraws within. This play is going on eternal. That's why Ramakrishna said, it is all Leela. Don't question here. It is mother playing. That's why when it is said that mother is playing, but we are getting the trouble of suffering and joy, But it's then said, who are you? If everything is mother, where do you come from? That's a very big question. Even dualistic language, Ramakrishna said, very responsive, Vedantic response, that where are you? If everything is mother, mother is the source, mother has the material cause, mother is the efficient cause, and its whole creation is movement, it is mother, it is evolution, is mother, and taking this place. So where you come from? Your karma. Oh, what is your karma? Why do you? Because you ego, you think it is you. Oh, that's why the song is there. Loke bole kori ami, tomar karma, tumi karma, tomar karma, tumi karma, loke bole kori ami, shakuli tomari ichha. All is your will. Ichha moi tara tumi. You are the mother Tara. You are mother Tara, and by your wish everything happens. Panke baddho karo kori, pangure langhao giri. If you wish, you can help cross a lame person to the peak of Himalayas. It's your wish, you can do that. Miracle can be done. And a giant elephant is sunk into the mud, and all his power is gone. So it is you, it is your power. Panke baddho karo kori, pangure langhao giri, kare dauma brahma pado, kare karo adhogami. You take someone to the heights of spirituality in knowledge of Brahman. And it is your wish, and you put someone down in the point of ignorance, no? Sakuli tumari ichha, ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি. So you do your karma. And I say, I did it. You have no freedom. You are nobody. You are prompted, your hand, you are like a puppet. He is pulling the string and you are doing, I do that. And you have been created by him. Your hand, your eyes, your knowledge, your buddhi, everything is his. So, sakoli tomari ichha. So, and that is the devotional practice, and we are calling mother. And Vedanta aspect, it is all he. Sarvam khalu idam brahma. Sarvam khalu idam brahma tajjalaniti. That's why it has come from that reality. It is standing on that reality. It is playing the drama of life, and it's sunk into that ocean of consciousness. So it is, there is nothing but that reality, Brahman. Or that is good mother we call in devotional language. So here is this point, that the source of the world is he, and he brings everything out of his own divine nature. And he leads creatures to perfection according to their desires, and endows each being with its distinguished characteristics. To have variety, to play. Play is all variety. Everyone is different. Why? For fun. If everyone becomes same, then it's monotony. That there is no fun. Play does not go on unless there is diversity. Therefore, and when that diversity goes, you are in Brahman, you are in consciousness, absolute consciousness in samadhi. There is no creation, there is no fun in it. Lila comes in when creation comes. But in creation, he is the director, he is the producer, he is everything. He is the playwright, he is the man. In God's case, God is the playwright. God is playing as in different roles. God is the killer, God is the killed. It's a funny thing. It's all, that's why it is a madhouse. Khapar had bajar matodir. Khapar had bajar. There is a song sung in Belur. It is all madhouse. Everything is created. No meaning, no purpose, nothing is there. It is just you wished it and you created it. And this fun is going on. For you fun, and we say, I am suffering. Well, who are you? You have no existence, it is all mother, or it is all God, it is all divine. So this idea is being imprinted here, no? So the other book translates this same verse in this way: the source of the universe, who brings about the nature of things, who transforms all things that are mutable, and who directs all the three qualities. He rules alone this whole universe. So he rules the universe, he is the source, he is the embodiment of that, and he is beyond all this, immutable, unchanging. The source of the universe, yet the word yat is to be changed in gender to ya. Anyhow, brings about svabhavam, the nature of things, for instance, the heat of the fire, etc. Who purinnamate, transforms all things that are paśyaty, mutable, the earth, and vinijojayat, means directs the three gunas, qualities, in sattva, rajas and tamas. He is of the nature of udhitishtati, rules alone in this sarvam, in the whole universe. So now, next verse 6. Tadveda gujyo upanishatsu gudhang tad brahma vedate brahma yonim ye purvam deva īśaṃ viduste tanmaya amrita vaiva bhuva. Tad Veda Gujjo Upanishadsu Gurham. Oh, I can read that Swami Lokeswaranandaji's translation. Very simple type of translation. Jaccha Savabam Paśyaty. He is the cause of everything, and he gives everything its character, such as he also helps everything attain its maturity. He alone controls the whole world. There are three qualities in the world, Sattva, Raja, Tamas. These qualities each have a particular characteristic which is derived from him alone. The word Svabhavam here refers to the nature of something. For instance, we know that fire burns, it is the nature or of the fire, or Svabhavam of the fire to burn. Who gave this power to the fire? It is Brahman has given. Similarly, the power of the nature of water is coolness. All of us have more or less some special power that is allotted to us by Brahman. Even he's talking the three gunas, or everything in the nature is powered by Brahman. Also, individual person's mind and the nature, that is also empowered by that divine. All of us have more or less some special power that is allotted to us by Brahman. He is the viśve, the source of everything, the cause of all cause, the first cause. Paśyaty means changeable. Change is the nature of this universe. Nothing is constant. According to Vedanta, all things in this world are subject to sadvikara, the six forms, shadavikara. That means this jayate, a person is born, then osti, he survives, vardhate, he grows, viparinamate, he becomes mature, apakṣiyate, he declines, and finally nasati, he dies or passes away. This is the nature of the whole world. Everyone has to pass through these stages unless he dies prematurely. You cannot say, I will always be youthful, I will not die, decay or die. Neither can you go back to your childhood. In some cases, a person may decline very quickly before his death, but in other cases, the process of decline goes on for many years. So this is the way every change happens, but he is the unchanging, and behind this change, the energy is the same Brahman. Now the sixth verse what we read, Tad Veda Guccio Upanishadangura, Tad Brahma Veda Te Brahma Joning. It is to Purnam, yes. Ye Purva Deva Rishasya Tad Vidu, Te Tanmaya Amrita Dvai Bahuva. What does it say? Veda Guccio Upanishadsu. In the most secret Upanishads of the Vedas, Tat, the truth of Brahman, Gurham is hidden. So this truth of the Upanishad is found where? In the Upanishads. Upanishads are what? The revelation, realization of the sages. So you want to find the truth, you go to the secret aspect of the Upanishad. That means you meditate on the Upanishad, go dive deep into the Upanishadic ideas. So in the most secret Upanishads of the Vedas, that truth of Brahman is hidden. That means you have to go to a person who has experience, or for us the infinite treasure for humanity is the Upanishad. You take any Upanishad and dive deep into it, it is embedded there, this wisdom, this knowledge. Gurham, it is hidden. Brahma, here Hiranyagarbha, that Brahma Yonim is the cosmic self, Vedate knows. Ya Purva Devaha, in the early gods, such as Rudra, etc. Rasayasya, the sages, Rasasya, so the Vamadeva, etc. Tad Vidu, they knew him. They Tanmaya, having become one with them, Amrita Bhabuva, being identified with that truth, they became immortal. So the subject of the cosmic self is very esoteric, and its secret lies hidden in the Upanishads. And Upanishads constitute the essence of the Vedas. So the source of the Vedas is Brahman. Brahma, the Hiranyagarbha, knows that Brahman, the cosmic self, the Brahma knows the Brahman. That means the creator, first creation, he knows where is the source. The early gods, Rudra, etc., and the sages like Vamadeva, they also know him. That means the earlier sages and the Shiva and others, they know what is the source of their origin. They knew him as their own self. How they know? We know Brahman. Brahman is there, I am in here. So two separate. But Vamadeva or Rudra or Hiranyagar, what I am talking about, all these divine entities, they know they are one with that Brahman. That they feel the identity, still they keep a separation and rule the country, rule the world. They knew him as their own self, and by this knowledge they became immortal. We become mortal because we do not know. They become immortal because they knew what is Brahman. The Upanishad usually use the word Brahman to refer to the ultimate reality. But the sages knew that this word was not sufficient. It cannot clearly state the name of reality. Brahman is a word. It cannot express what is really Brahman like. So it is not sufficient. So no word can express it or describe it. So sometimes the Upanishads simply use the word thought, it. These Upanishads are the essence of the Vedas. They are gujya, very subtle, as they are difficult to understand, and they are not meant for everyone. That's why Upanishad and scriptures we have to read with a efficient, specialized spiritual teacher. Those who have experienced this, they can explain it, or they can really relate to us the concept of Brahman, the subtlest of the subtle idea. Otherwise, mostly what happens, it becomes confusion. It becomes a confusion. And you see, taking those very subtle words, so many scholars are fighting day and night. Whose argument is stronger, he wins. But it is very confusing. That's why it comes shuddhamon. We need a pure mind is necessary to understand this. That's why the sages, the realized souls whose mind is very pure, they have understood. If it comes from their mouth, their understanding, then it makes more clear. Katha Upanishad says that if it comes from a teacher, asya paśyaty kaśchidenam asya vadati to samāne. Some say this Atman, this knowledge, this Brahman is asya, very, very special, very unique, difficult to understand. And I forgot the line, next line, only those who are realized, when they speak out, then it becomes clear. That's why earlier days people used to go to the Guru's house to learn the spiritual truth from their mouth because they have experienced that. Shankara says that the Upanishads are secret and esoteric. Rahasamayi. Upanishads are, Shankaracharya says, it is full of secret, something which is very camouflaging and don't understand the truth. They are described in a subtle language. That is why a person must go to the teacher to understand what the Upanishads are talking about. Only a qualified teacher can teach us. A qualified teacher is one who had a direct personal experience of Brahman. Swami Sarvadevananda, who was our head of our Sacramento Center, he joined as a brahmachari on a center very near the headquarters. It's about maybe 10-12 miles away. And he came one day, and he's a brahmachari, he saluted Mahapurush Maharaj, and he said, what are you studying? Mahapurush Maharaj asked. He said that, oh, I am reading Upanishad. Upanishad? Which Upanishad? Then he said, Brihadaranya or Chandogya Upanishad, like that. And Mahapurush Maharaj was mad. Can you read our life? You are reading Upanishad. What will you find in your Upanishad? That means first to see the life where it is manifested. Only mere words will be intellectual jugglery. So therefore, he scolded him and he said, don't read. Go every day, first go to Thakur with folded palms, say, Thakur, give me love, give me devotion, and then with tearful eyes, and then you read these books. What does mean? He means that it is not intellectual, it should be to the point of your experience. So to go to that experience, pray and cry and make your mind pure and pure and pure. With a pure mind, then you read, and read our life. Through our life, you will understand Upanishad much better. And that's why he used to say, can you read our life? You are reading Upanishad, what you will find there? Yeah, I mean, unless it is a good teacher teaches us, we cannot separate out the essential and non-essentials of the Upanishadic teaching. So he is warning that Brahma is Hiranyagarbha, the first manifestation of Brahman. He first acquired this knowledge of ultimate reality, and then he passed it on to the ancient gods and goddesses. Then it was given to the sages and seers. From that knowledge they become one with Brahman. If you know Brahman, you become one with Brahman. You realize your identity with Brahman. Again, by knowing Brahman, you become immortal. But we must remember, becoming immortal is not a process. Becoming immortal is not a process. No one makes you immortal. You are always immortal. Only you do know it. What is spiritual life? You will not gain anything more. You will not get a lottery of $1 billion. You have what you have. What we have forgotten about that. Then knowing that, oh, I am, this is the only thing. It's a very deep subject to understand. We are always thinking God realization, as if God is somewhere, I will realize. I will have to attain Brahma Jnana. The attain means not, I will attain by this. These are all wrong concepts. Rather, we have forgotten where we are. Our all sadhana is to say what we are not. And if those obstacles are removed, what will remain? Who am I? That will remain. So for God realization is a terminology, is a wrong term. Rather to remove the darkness and dust and dirt of mind is called our spiritual life. But we are. What will happen when you realize yourself? You will know that what you are. I am now that, but I do not know. And that is the point when you say, yes, I experience that. So this is the idea of mortality and immortality. We must remember, becoming immortal is not a process that I will be 1 inch moving toward immortality today to another inch, and I will cover the distance of millions of miles gap in between me. It is not like that. It is, what is that? No one makes you immortal. You are always immortal. Only you do know now that you are by your thinking day and night what you are. So it is, Vedanta is giving this concept that don't have to seek for God, but to feel and see God. So let me see what the other books talk about the same verse. Another book says, he Brahman, lies hidden in the Upanishads, which form the essence of the Vedas. Upanishad, which is the essence of the Vedas. Vedas have two segment, karma kanda, jnana kanda. The Upanishads are the cream, and the main purpose of the Vedas are the Upanishads. But Upanishad maybe, karma kanda, someone takes the whole life, they spend their life in karma kanda. And then ultimately after karma kanda, some people focus their whole life on jnana kanda, no? But karma kanda is the beginning. Karma kanda is not the goal of life. Rather, going to the karma kanda, the sadhaka, individual person, will understand that whatever we achieve through this karma, jagna or sacrificial fire, or whatever I do, it can lead me up to sarga, up to heaven. And that's also sarga. Sarga means it will pass away. Sarga, which moves on. It is not permanent. It will not lead me to absolute immortality, but relative immortality. That experience will turn him back again. Then what shall I do with it? Then comes the Upanishad. So Upanishad is the goal of the Vedas. That's why it says, he lies hidden in the Upanishads, which form the essence of the Vedas. Him, Hiranyagarbha knows as the source of himself and the Vedas. The Brahman, what is Brahman? Brahman, first manifestation is Hiranyagarbha. So that Hiranyagarbha, the first creator, being very close, he knows that source is Brahman. Though separated by Maya, cosmic Maya. So it says, him the Hiranyagarbha knows as the source of himself and the Vedas. Those gods and seers who realized him in the former days become identified with him and verily becomes immortal. So who becomes immortal? Who have become identified with that Brahman consciousness. Like Hiranyagarbha is connected and he feels that I am one with Brahman. So similarly, all gods and goddesses and rishis and others who have identified that I am Brahman, they have been released from bondage and they became immortal. This is the another book on Shankars according to our Gambhirananda Maharaj. He says that Brahman is hidden in the Upanishads and that are the mystical parts of the Vedas. Brahma knows that which has the Vedas as its valid source of knowledge. Those ancient gods and seers who knew it, they being full of its thought, becomes immortal indeed. They become totally saturated. The seers of God, seers of the rishis, seers of the Upanishads, they got absorbed and day and night think, I am that, I am that, I am that, and constant thinking, they become that absolute, forgetting their other identities. That means that reality is self under discussion. Gudham means the lies hidden. Veda Gujya Upanishatsu, in the Upanishad, that the mystical part of the Vedas. Brahma, the Hiranyagarbha, Vedate, knows that reality. Brahma Yonim, which has the Vedas as its source of valid knowledge, or Brahma knows Brahma Yonim, the source of Brahma, Hiranyagarbha, or the Vedas. Ye, those Purva Devataha, ancient gods, Rudra and others, and Rasya, the seers, Rishaya, seers like Vamadeva and others, Tad Viduhu, who knew it, they being Tanmayaha, full of its thought. That is the important point in this Upanishadic verse. Those who got Tanmaya, Sahi Tanmaya, in the Narada Bhakti Sutra, they say, the gopis, talking about the gopis, Sahi Satanmaya, and Parabhakti, Tanmaya, the Tatmaya. You become, now I am this body identity, this personality, but that time it will be Tatmaya. You may be thinking of God as the impersonal absolute, so you become that, Tatmaya, saturated with that thought. Full of its thought, saturated, full of its thought, identified with it. Babhuva become amarta, immortal, deathless. Similarly, a person of this age also becomes immortal by knowing it. That's the point. It is not in the past, even we can know that. That is the Sankara says. Similarly, a person of this age, he told about his lifetime, but it is valid for us also. At this age also becomes immortal by knowing it. This has to be supplied at the end. So even today, one can know the same truth, being totally absorbed with, is it called the Vedate Brahmajonim Purvadeva Tat Viduhu Tanmayaha. So only to know that you should be tanmaya, means totally absorbed in that truth. So what did we get it today? Reading so much. What is the root? What we can think about? Huh? We get this much truth that reality is only one, evolution, involution comes from the same reality, and whatever evolution comes, it is this, he is the material cause and efficient cause. It is he who has become everything. And all this name and form is he, it is he, it is he. There is nothing but that. And every action, everything is going to be three gunas we explain. They are prompted by the same consciousness. Puruṣo and prakriti, trigunatmika prakriti, activated by Sankhya philosophy, even if we take the consciousness is percolating into it. The example, the heat of the oven percolates into the body of the pan, and it percolates into the water, it percolates into vegetables, and it boils and everything. It is all boiling, activated in the creation, because behind is that fire. And that fire is all the time there. Whether you can put the pot and pan or not, it matters little. It is all the one reality. So that is the Brahman. And what to know? You have to do nothing. Take out the pot and pan and see the light, see the heat. Or you touch the every vegetables and feel the heat. Feel the presence of consciousness. Feel the presence of Satchidananda. That. And that is the absorption. If this absorption comes in life, that in every sight, in every sense of hearing, in every sense of touch, taste, I am touching that, I am feeling that. That is the experience. No? Pratibodha viditam. Pratibodha viditam matam. That is the ultimate truth. Pratibodha viditam. We are realizing him in every breath. Whether we know it or not, we are realizing him. He is the only reality. And it is that in and through him we experience our sadness, we experience our joy, we experience our feeling of achievement, failure, success, all this. So it is only that consciousness permeates everywhere. So we end here. If you have any question for a few minutes.
In the verse, the word yonim, anīśayā, or Brahma yonim, that means womb, or shakti, or how come the word yoni gets used?
Yeah, they are using yoni. Sanskrit meaning will be many ways, but in normal sense we can say which is the source, root cause. And in Shakta philosophy probably we'll say mother's yoni, that she is this womb of every creation. That also may be meant. But Vedantic way of thinking will be is the cause of everything. Question is there? But no question. Oh, what question should be when we talk of oneness? Eh? Eh? I couldn't. Could you?
Are you surrendering to Ma or to Prakriti?
Oh, Prakriti. If you without Ma, without that consciousness, Prakriti is Jada. Why shall I surrender to that? But Prakriti means when it is Mother, the power of Brahman, then we salute her. We will have to do that, otherwise who will open the door? The door will be blocked. The mother to open the door. Swami Vivekananda said, open thy door, mother, thy tired child. I am tired. I cannot withstand this hollow world is bubbled. Its name and fame is all hollow, hollow, hollow. Open thy door, no? But Jada Prakriti, who cares? Jada Prakriti is materialism. Those who worship the Jada, matter, they are materialistic. They gain money, name, power, position, they can get. But our spiritual life, it is that mother who is at the back of that is the infinite Satchidananda, as a loving aspect of it is mother. That you can say, yes, we pray, we worship, we meditate, we chant the glory in Chandi, all this. These are all sadhana. Mother is, when we get absorbed into mother, they will find nothing. Ramakrishna said, Brahman and Kali. Kali is Brahman, Brahman is Kali. Mother is not separate. What you say, Vedanta calls Brahman, I call her as mother. Yeah.
Brahman is constantly evolving, evolution and evolution is happening in Brahman.
The Brahman does not evolve, but looking at the evolution, we say it has come out of Brahman because there is nothing. But where it will evolve? Infinite ocean, think of the infinite ocean, surface of the ocean. Is it anything beyond the ocean? All the waves are coming and dying and sinking and this. Is it without the ocean? So it is ocean only. There is nothing. And all the waves are nothing but ocean water only. But the energy, when it swells up, that's called the mother. The potential energy, what is there, when it manifests in the name and form, we call it sweetly, we call mother. And in every creation, being created, the ocean is the source of creation. And when the waves are created over it, the waves are also nothing but the ocean. H2, H2, H2O. H2O is everywhere. So, when you see the creation, you are seeing the ocean. You are seeing a wave. You are seeing the ocean itself in another form. But when you really can have the oneness idea, then you will find that whether bubble or small wave or big wave or the ocean itself, all one. But we can say when it swells up, that's a śocati. And that śocati is called mother. And that śocati, the world is a manifestation of śocati, or power. Okay?
Maharaj, can you sing the Kepa song?
Eh?
Kepa Bazaar.
Oh, kappa. Okay, let me finish it, otherwise people may think we are
Kepa?
kappa. Kappa means mad. Kapar hat bajar matodir. Kapar hat bajar. Korta jini kappa tini. Kapar muladhar. Korta is the Lord Shiva. He is the root cause of all this disturbance. His madness comes from him. Korta jini kappa tini. Kapar muladhar. Another line I forgot. Anyhow, it's kappa. It's a It's a play of the mad play of the Lord. He creates, He destroys. Why He creating? Why He is destroying? It is all a play of a child, meaninglessly, just for fun. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So tomorrow we'll at 7:30 we'll have gospel class and I'll be there to give the gospel class. Okay? Thank you all for joining.